Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you to Army Public School PMA Resource Network. Before we start our today's lecture, please subscribe this page and click on the bell icon. In our today's subject English language, we will study Unit 3, that is Food, Glorious Food. And in English literature, we will study Chapter 3 of the novel Swiss Family Robinson. Before going into the details of today's topic, I would like to share learning objectives with you. So here are the learning objectives. First, to recap the passage and solve exercise number 2, 3 and 5 from textbook page 38. Second, to know about the importance of food. Third, to read vocabulary track carefully and learn food words. Fourth, to match the photos A to D to different dishes of the world 1 to 4. Number 5, to make sentences of food words logically. A meal that's always special. Students, it was a passage written by Mr. Kashif from Islamabad, and we have discussed and studied this passage in our previous week. Today we will see its exercise, but before starting its exercise, we should take its recap, as a week has passed when we studied this topic. Okay, recap. We don't eat or drink anything from sunrise to sunset. Then, Mr. Kashif told about what is special in iftar meal at his home. Then, Kashif's family start the meal when his granddad begins. And sometimes they have iftar meal at restaurants. And last information was, we are told about the Tarawih prayer as well. After the recap, let's come to the exercises. Exercise number 2. Check the information that is included in the passage. In this question, there are different statements given, and you have to tick those informations which are included in this passage. Exercise number 4. Choose the correct answers. This is a simple question. You just have to choose the right answer. Next is exercise 5. Write 5 verbs from the second paragraph. Students, you have to read the second paragraph once again carefully and pick out 5 action words, means verbs. Students, this is Vocabulary 1, World Food, and this is taken from your textbook English Ahead 1. Let's read it. And let me tell you, while reading, your task is to note down the words in bold related to food. Okay. What is a typical dish in your country? You can see different pictures here, and 4 paragraphs are written here. You have to read the paragraphs carefully because then you have to match the pictures A to D to the paragraphs 1 to 4. So let's come to the first paragraph, which is written by Parveen from Pakistan. Okay. A typical dish in Pakistan is dal. It's made from cooked lentils fried with tomatoes, chili peppers, and different spices. It also contains salt and sometimes lemon juice. We usually eat it with rice. So you have seen different words are written in bold in this paragraph. Note down these words. Now let's come to paragraph number 4. It is written by Mr. Dan from England. Yes, in Britain we often have roast beef and Yorkshire pudding on Sunday. It's called a pudding, but it isn't sweet and it's very easy to make. You mix flour, eggs and milk together and then cook it in a very hot oven with a little oil. It's simple but delicious. Okay students, now come to the paragraph number 3. It is written by Arif from Indonesia. Okay, in Indonesia, people sell kuah bakso on the streets. That's soup with meatballs. The meatballs are usually made from minced beef with 1 or 2 eggs, salt, pepper, garlic, onion and flour. You cook them in boiling water. Now the last paragraph. It is written by Claudia, Ecuador. In my country, people who live on the coast often eat ceviche. It's raw fish in a sauce of onions, chili peppers, lemon juice and lime juice. It's great to eat on a hot day. Yes, this was the written text. Now let's see what is your task from this written text in next slide. After reading 4 different paragraphs of food from different countries of the world, let's come to vocabulary task. Your first task is to make sentences of the following words. The words are lentil, chili peppers, garlic, onion, beef, tomato and salt, pepper. Your second task is to complete the table with the words in bold from exercise 1. Students, you have noticed that when we were studying the different paragraphs, many words were written in bold and they were our food vocabulary. Now here is the table for you. You have to fill the second column with food words which are taken from the animals. Next column with the food which can be taken from the animal or from the plants. And in the last column you have to write down the names of those foods which are taken other than animals and plants. Let's see how you will be attaining your task successfully. So here is your success criteria. Recap the reading passage carefully and solve exercise 2, 3 and 5. Read the vocabulary track on page 37 and use the words in bold to fill the table properly. And try to use the newly learned food vocabulary in your daily routine. Students, much about food. Now let's switch to some grammar. In grammar, today we are going to study articles. Articles are three simple words and they are used to point out something. Yes, a, an and the are called articles. They define whether something is specific or unspecific. Articles point out or refer to something. We will see the topic in detail in upcoming slides. Students, in the previous slide, we have seen that a, an and the are called articles. Now let's see the types of articles. As you can see in the picture, articles are divided into two groups. First is indefinite articles, and they are a and an. In second group, definite article, the is included. Now, you would be thinking why these three articles are divided into two groups. Yes, the answer is they are divided into two different groups due to their function. Students, a and an point out or refer to something which is unspecific, whereas the points out or refers to something which is specific, which is special. In this slide, we will see the usage of articles. The article a is used before a singular countable noun. For example, a cup, a glass, a table, and a chair. Now let's see the usage of an. An is used before singular countable noun starting with vowels or vowel sound. Students, you all know that a, e, I, o and u are known as vowel letters. So, any word starting with these 5 vowel letters and countable at the same time, we will use an with that. Examples: an hour, an umbrella, an elephant, and an ice cream. Students, in these examples, umbrella, elephant, and ice cream start with vowel letters. That's why we used an with them. But if you see hour, it starts with H. But why we use an with this? Because H is silent here, and we give the sound of O, which is vowel. That's why we have used an with hour. So it's an hour. D. Yes, D refers to a particular item or thing. For example, the restaurants in my town are always crowded. Why we use D with the restaurant, students? Because in this example, we are talking about some specific restaurants located in my town. You see that there are thousands of restaurants in this world, but we are specifying those restaurants which are located in my town. That's why we have used D with the restaurants. Come to second example, that is, the new teacher speaks 4 languages. Yes, in this example, we see that there are numbers of teachers in this world, but we are not talking about all the teachers. We are talking about a teacher which is new. She speaks 4 languages. So the teacher is specific here. That's why we use the word the with new teacher. Example 3. The earth goes around the world. Yes, you all know that earth is a special planet. It is not something common. It is a particular planet. That's why we have used the with this. So we came to know that the things which are particular, which are specific, we will use the while talking about them. Let's see the usage of articles in this way once more. First is a. A is used in front of singular countable nouns, and those nouns can be a person, animal, or anything which are not specific. We don't use a before uncountable or plural nouns. If a noun starts with a consonant sound, a comes before the noun. Students, you all know that there are 2 categories in which the words, the letters of alphabets are divided. They are vowels and consonants. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and rest of the alphabets are consonants. So the words starting with consonants and are singular, then we use a with them. For example, a dog, a chicken, a boy, a teacher, a girl, a lesson, and a website, etc. Now, an. An is used in front of singular countable noun which are not specific. We don't use an before uncountable or plural noun. And if the noun starts with a vowel sound, that is A, E, I, O, U, and comes before the noun. For example, an umbrella, an owl, an image, an hour, an enemy, and an author, etc. Now let's see the usage of the. We use the in front of all nouns. It does not matter whether the nouns are singular, plural, countable, or uncountable. To describe someone or something specific or unique. Here are some examples like the moon, the world, the sun, the atmosphere, the rain, the south, the west, the north. Students, you see that all these examples are something specific, something special. They are not found common. Students, how can you be good at articles? Let's set this success criteria for you. Remember on what basis do articles are divided into two groups. Remember that the is a definite article and a and an are indefinite articles. Solve the worksheet carefully by applying the correct articles. After listening all to the articles, now let's check how good are you at articles now. So here is a simple worksheet for you. Your task is to read the worksheet carefully and apply the correct articles in the given blanks. Now we will come towards our English literature syllabus of this week. Our novel is Swiss Family Robinson. In the previous weeks, we have successfully completed the first 2 units or chapters of Swiss Family Robinson. In this week, we will study chapter 3. There is no written work of English literature in this week. You just have to read Unit 3. So here are some reading instructions for you. First, read the unit loudly with correct pronunciation. Second, notice the progress in the plot of the story. Means, you might have met some new characters in the story, or what are the main events in the story of this chapter, or you might have visited some new places in this chapter. Next, underline the words new for you and summarize the chapter 3 orally. Students, in this video we have studied about articles and food. So I would like to sum up my video with a foodie message. That is, food. Buy it with thought. Cook it with care. Serve just enough. Save what will keep. Eat what would spoil. Homegrown is best. So don't waste it. Thank you so much, students. Keep up the hard work to earn a good name in your educational career.